All right, y'all. Um, Good morning, my brothers and my sisters. Um, Today it's a little heavy for me. Um, the Lord has been just laying it on my spirit to like give my testimony. It's my testimony, like the whole testimony, like from like childhood up until now, man. And as I was like, you know, sitting down writing all these things out this morning, man, I didn't. Some things that happen, like, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how the devil, like, he'll plant seeds. He'll plant seeds even from a little child, innocent little child, bruh, planting these seeds to steal, kill, and destroy. So, I'm depending on the Lord right now. Even me talking now, this is not my strength. This is not my power. All glory and honor be to God and Jesus Christ. So I'm going to pray over this. Lord, I pray that you guide my words, that you guide my mouth, that you purify my heart even in this moment right now, Lord, so that this testimony will go forth and it will reach whoever it needs to be reached. Lord, remove me out the way so they can only see you. So they can only see you. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. All right, y'all, so let's get into it. All right, so I guess I'm gonna start with my childhood. All right, so growing up, I had a pretty, like, I had a good childhood. The Lord has, blessed me. My story isn't, stricken with poverty and stuff like that. Like, nah, like, God, He blessed me, like, to have, both my parents in the house. You know, we went to church, even though we weren't like, living. They always had, me in church, and this was back living in Virginia, so I was like little, and everything. I was like sorry about the wind, but I was like the golden child, And it's like everybody just loved Nicholas, like everybody. I don't know why, but they did. So the brokenness in my life from didn't come from like my home life. It came from, you know, outside sources, outside places. It really wasn't in the home and everything. So yeah, really, like I think like where it started, is I'm gonna try to keep it vague. But I mean, a lot of people really don't know me, so like it really wouldn't make a difference if you knew or not. But I still want to keep it vague, like the people and everything. So there's like this family member's house that, you know, um, we always used to go to when, we were younger and everything, and that was like the place where all the kids of the family like used to go and everything. And I remember like I remember like key things that happened. Like that was like the first place where I experienced like like brokenness. You feel me? And stuff like that. And that's my family. I still love them. I care about them. And there's no like, you're the reason why. No, it's none of that. This is just my story. This is just the truth. Um, so yeah, that's like the first place I experienced brokenness. I remember one time like it was man, we was all outside, and like the people across the street, they had a dog, like a big, like they had two dogs. They had a pit bull and they had a Rottweiler. And one day that Rottweiler got loose. It was either the Rottweiler or the pit bull, one of them two. But I ain't turn around too long to see it because I was gone. Like, I was running around circles. Like, I ain't never think I could run that fast, bro. I was running circles around that house, like, non-stop. And I remember, like, when I would get to the back, when I would make a lap and I look at the back door, like, I just see all my other family members, like, standing at the door, like, watching. Like, ain't nobody try to come out there and help me. Like, ain't nobody try to, ain't nobody do nothing. It was like, look, he'll get away. I mean, which I did, but I mean, still, bro, like, so I remember that. And, after that, I really don't remember too many times going back over there. But that's not really like the real, like, brokenness. All right, so I'm just give y'all a little disclaimer. Like, this some real deal, like Holyfield, like, it's some real stuff. So if, like, I don't want to say if you underaged or whatever, what is underage, I don't know. But I mean, everybody got brokenness in their life, and if you watching this video, like, I ain't gonna tell you not to. I ain't gonna tell you to turn it off, because, like, I don't want you to hear something that you ain't supposed to hear. Because I mean, brokenness, it don't matter how old you are. The devil don't care how old you are. So yeah. So I tried to throughout my childhood, I tried to, like, thinking back on this before, I tried to, like, word it so that it wouldn't be as, heavy as it really is. But I mean, bottom line is, I got molested. Yeah, me and one of my other family members, and I don't hold no blame. I don't hold no, like, ill will against the person that did it, because we all, like, they had demons. They had demons. They was struggling with at that time too. Like, we all got demons. We all got stuff that we struggle with. We all got stuff that we go through. So I can't blame anyone. I can only blame the enemy, which is, oh my goodness, bro. Come on. All right. I can only blame the devil and his minions. So yeah, got molested. And that was like the thing that sexualized my whole childhood. Like, I'm talking about from that point on. I can't tell you, I can't remember exactly how old I was, but I know that I was still, like, I wasn't even in, like, grade school yet. So it was like I was super young, and that, like, sexualized my whole entire life, like, basically. So yeah, that's what did it. And it start, like, bro, it's so crazy. Like, it start. I don't know if y'all ever had an experience like this game called Mommies and Daddies. Mommies and Daddies. Let's play Mommies and Daddies and stuff like that. See, man, the devil, he don't care, bro. He don't care how old you are. He will use anything and everything to plant seeds of destruction in your life, bro. So it started playing little games, Mommies and Daddies, and which I'm just forget all the family member stuff. Playing Mommies and Daddies with your cousins, and that was real stuff. Like, that was stuff that happened, man. Like, I ain't gonna go into detail of what that was, but you fill in the blank. Mommies and Daddies. And that was like a part of my life. Like, every time I used to go over there, like, me and my cousin, we play Mommies and Daddies. So yeah, and I would take that brokenness to other cousins in my family, and let's play Mommies and Daddies. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, once, like, the devil will use you. He will pimp you. He will use you as a hoe. He will put you on the track, and he will make you do his bidding. and you don't even know it. So yeah, playing mommies and daddies, like spreading that evil, that demonic, that evil, just like throughout my family, and didn't even know it, cause I mean, I was a victim too. I was a victim of it myself. So stuff like you show me, yeah, you get it, you get it. Um, so another thing I wrote down, like, look, just because of your family does not mean that it's automatically okay to leave your kids with anybody and everybody, because that's not the case. You don't know what them people living like. You don't know what them you don't know what goes on when you not there, bruh. So like when you leave your kids somewhere, you know mothers, fathers, single mothers, single fathers, when you leave your kids somewhere, you better know who you leaving them with. And you better take account of who they are, because people, it takes a village to raise a child, and we use that in a positive context, but that's not all. I mean, it can go both ways. All right, and it was also, it wasn't just like, it's also other little stuff. It wasn't just like with the girl cousins. I mean, it's like, with your boy cousins, you take like, they think like they think boys taking baths with other boys is cute. I mean, I remember one time, it was me and two of my other cousins. We was three deep in a bathtub. Why? I mean, water. We ain't had nothing but this much water in the bathtub. We three deep. Why? That ain't cute. I mean, your water bill ain't that high. Come on now, like, bro, like that stuff, that boys taking baths with boys, showers with boys and boys don't go together. Boys and boys don't match. It don't go together. That stuff is not cute. If you're doing it, stop it, cause you like, you scarring your children in ways that you don't know. And like I said before, I'm not blaming what is that? Oh, I'm not blaming I'm not holding anybody accountable. Like, I'm not holding anything against anyone. This is just what happened. So yeah, be careful who you leave your kids with, man. Don't leave your kids with everybody, because everybody ain't got your children's best interest at heart. So yeah, that happened, throughout my early childhood and everything. Then we moved to North Carolina. Okay, and this was like around first grade and everything. Private school. Going to private schools and everything. I went to private schools all the way up to like 8th grade. So this was like the first private school I went to, and I'll still carry on that that brokenness, that sexual brokenness, but it wasn't like, it was like forgotten at this point, because I wasn't, God took me out of the place that I was in. So I'm in this private school now, and I meet you make friends in school, and like when you little, some friends you got, like, you closer than others. Some friends are just school friends, other friends are like, can I go over such and such house? Can I go over such and such house and stuff like that? And like that's what kind of relationship it was, Can I go over what such and such house? Can I go over such and such house? I mean, I asked my parents like every week. I mean, it's like I lived over there basically. And yeah, like we was like brothers, really. And going back to, I guess it was a thing back then. Boys take baths together with boys. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. So you take baths together, showers together. You know what I'm saying? Start like sleeping in the same bed and all that stuff. I mean, because people think they little boys. They ain't gonna, they don't know nothing, which we didn't know nothing. And as little boys are curious. So it's like, we always seen each other naked and stuff like that. I mean, eventually, stuff gonna start happening. People, they gonna start touching. So that's what started happening. And like like it, bro. I mean, it was crazy. Like just like looking back and seeing the brokenness, man. And little boys touching boys and stuff like that. And ain't nobody. I ain't know what gay and straight was back then. You know what I'm saying? You know. And either way, whatever it is. I mean, whatever it is, we us as humans, bro. We are sexually broken. Like we are not. We're broken. We're all broken. Whether you gay, whether you straight, whether you bi, whether you anything, you are broken. You know, broken. Stamp that. You are broken. It don't matter what you think you are. You are broken. Okay. And God wants to heal. Jesus wants to heal us all. So yeah, that stuff happened, and it went on for a while. I don't remember exactly how long. It was like just like decades ago, but a decade ago. But yeah, that's like seeds were planted. So it was like it went on for a while. Hanging out with them, going everywhere with them and stuff like that. Man, the relationship didn't end, but that part of that section of my life ended, I guess. So while I'm still in that same like first private school and everything. I start hanging out with another friend that I met. Going over his house all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to ride dirt bikes when I wasn't supposed to be riding no dirt bikes. We used to do all that stuff, snitching on myself. Sorry, Dad, but yeah, like that stuff happened, and I'm not gonna go too much about what happened over there, but one of the key things that happened was he and his brother, they introduced me to porn. They introduced me to internet porn. And bro, that stuff took my life to man, crazy. It took my life to a whole different realm of brokenness. Like pornography. I mean, that was something that what I write down. I'm sorry, I had to write this down because this stuff is a lot. That's something that this was like in second grade. So that now I got a porn addiction, and that stuff stayed with me all the way until like college. You know what I'm saying? And my parents, I know they gonna watch this stuff. They know, like, you taking them long showers and everything. You like, man, it don't take that long to wash up. It don't take that long to wash up. So, yeah, like, and my parents, I feel like they knew. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, they knew. But nobody said anything. But yeah, it was like that. First it was just like looking at porn, and then I found out what masturbation was, and I was like, dog, you would have thought I just invented the wheel. Like, oh my goodness, like that junk was, bruh. Like, bruh, it will ruin your life. It will ruin your life. But God is good. So yeah, got caught multiple times, man. I remember like it was so bad, man. It was so bad. I don't remember where we were, but I think we was at Disney World or something like that. And I used to like, I had a PlayStation 3, so I used to always watch porn on my PlayStation. I ain't had no laptop, I ain't had no cell phone, so I used to PlayStation. And man, I don't know how it happened. It must have been like just God, revealing to my mom, like not having it in the darkness anymore. But it was so much, like I don't know how my PlayStation got connected to her laptop, but some way or another it did. Bro, it was so much porn on that laptop, bro. It was like all of it, like everything. Like, bro, I cannot explain to you. I don't have an explanation of why that happened, but she saw everything. Like she saw everything, bro. And it was just, bro. It was crazy. It was crazy. I don't remember like getting whooped or anything, but after I know definitely after that point she knew. It's crazy, man. So yeah, now I got a porn addiction. That stuff will follow me all the way to college. Um, and it's somewhere around this time, that time like where I was like the porn and all that stuff. I smoked weed for the first time. Started smoking weed, and I can't remember exactly how old we were, but it was me, one of my homeboys, and his brother, his older brother. And I remember I ain't gonna go into detail what we did, but we smoked weed for the first time, and we was little, like, brain ain't even developed, bro. Like, we don't know what we doing. We just trying to have fun. We getting high, acting around there, acting stupid, acting simple. Can't even think straight. Can't even play the game right, man. But yeah, so smoke weed for the first time, and smoking weed, that would be something that would, it would dot my it would dot, my childhood, like stuff like that, like grade school. So we go through, I go to multiple private schools. You know what I'm saying? Porn still following me. Addiction still following me. Lust still following me. But I didn't know it. I was thought like that's what boys do. Um, so yeah, we get to middle school. Start playing football. Well, I had been playing football, but start playing like football for school and everything. I'm in public school at this time. Um, still got my porn addiction and everything, and sex was like the only thing that was on my mind. Like, it's like, you know, I want to get some. Who can I get it from? You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to me. And just like I remember my conversation was just so sexualized, like just like trying to get girls to send pictures and stuff like that. I even sent a couple, like just broken, bro. Like, man, God is good, bro. Like, just broken. All right, so yeah, that was all on my mind. I don't know if y'all remember, like that's back when like everybody used to kick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's back when we used to be on kick. It's going crazy. Like, playing 21 questions with girls. I mean, it'll go from, what's your favorite color to all the way 1,000. Like, bro, like I'm just thinking back, man. It's like it's so crazy, bro. Like how this was not just, it wasn't just me. Like I'm just a testament to what was happening in the larger scope, bro. Like this was like it was crazy, man. I had a couple girlfriends, and stuff like that. So yeah, you go through 8th grade, because that's when I got to public school. So like this, I think the summer like between 8th grade and 9th grade, cause it was like one of those like transition years. Cause I think I was 14. I think when I was 14, I lost my virginity. I had to be 14, about to turn 15. So that's when I lost my virginity. I mean, early, like, she took mine, I took hers, and you know, she was broken, we was both broken. Didn't know it, we like didn't know it, didn't know anything. The Lord said, "My people perish due to a lack of knowledge." We didn't know anything that we was doing. We was just doing stuff because that's what we thought you supposed to do. You sneak around, you know what I'm saying? Your parents ain't home. You sneak her in. You do what you do, and then you sneak her back out. I mean, I had to sneak multiple. I had to sneak, multiple females out of my house. Like, I mean, and the Lord would set it up. Parents always came home. Always came home. Very few times, very seldom did I make a clean escape. I'm saying it like, but very seldom. So yeah, just broken, sneaking girls in the house. You know what I'm saying? all of that stuff. So that goes on, we get to like high school, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing football, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knew me. I guess I was popular in high school. I didn't really know. I was oblivious. I knew I had some drip. I had some swag about me. But just I was living like this double life, like people, because we were still in church. My parents was in the church and everything. I just went to church because I had to. Sung in the choir because I felt I had to. Was an usher because I felt I had to. Not really serving God, but being obedient to my parents. And just see this man, boy. Hold on, we ain't going crazy. All right, we good? We ain't good. All right, we gonna get it right one day. Hold it like this here. All right, so yeah, that happened. In the church, everybody in the church thinking, oh my goodness, Nicholas is so this, he's so handsome, he's so well mannered, so respectful, which I was. But I want no saint. Just because somebody's respectful and mannerful and got manners and all that stuff, that don't mean they're a saint. I was a wolf in sheep's clothing. I was a devil in disguise. It won't nothing good about me. It won't nothing good about me. But my soul was black. You know what I'm saying? Just a bad person. I was like mean. The people not mean in beat you up for no reason. Cause I ain't never liked violence. I was vegan. I ain't like beef. But yeah, I had a real sharp tongue. Like, man, I used to cut people down with my tongue. Like, my tongue was an axe, bruh. Like, I used to make people feel so stupid. I used to play on people's intelligence. I used to, just awful with my words. Just terrible with my mouth, man. My mouth was really like that. That match on the Smokey the Bear, commercial. My tongue was that match. I burned down the whole forest. It was terrible. I was inconsiderate, just ew. Just the evil person in the sight of the Lord. Like, I was, detestable in the eyes of the Lord. The way that I was living, the person that I was. I was still dealing with, sexual brokenness and everything. And I remember, man, going to 10th grade now, that was like an overview of my whole high school career, but honing in on like the different grades. 10th grade, I was smoking weed heavy. Every single day. I remember the first time. It was 420. 420, man. Man, me and one of my homies, like we went out and we blew it down. We blew it down 420, man. It ain't make no sense, boy. But yeah, I was doing that, and that started like a chain reaction every single day, smoking weed, and then, when you smoke weed, you start with people, and then, as it goes on, man, the characters that you be around, that you be hanging with, smoking with, bro, like, it gets worse. Like, the people that weed connects you to is so, like, terrible. Like, that stuff is demonic, bro. You think you can smoke weed and be a Christian? No, you're lying to yourself. You just don't want to submit to the will of God, because that stuff, bro, marijuana is demonic. Like, it is, bro. It's so demonic. The people I was hanging around, man, people I needed, people I would have never hung around, like, it just brought me to such a dark place, man. And that's a whole nother story. I'll probably do a video about that too. This video already long enough. But yeah, just hanging out with a whole bunch of unsavory characters. I should be dead, should have lost my mind. But God. I shouldn't be here right now. I shouldn't be in college. I shouldn't be sitting out here right now. I should be somewhere like in the hood, a bum, like a city dude. I should be one of them. I should be. I should be still where I'm from, where I came from, where I grew up at, but I'm not. All glory and praise be to God. Not looking down on anybody that is where they are, but God, He done did. He's. My life is a testimony to God's goodness, because I did nothing to deserve this stuff. Um, but yeah, so 11th and 12th grade, had a girlfriend. Led her into sin. I was still like, smoking here and now, but this is like when like football, I started getting noticed and everything like that. I was like a football star, even though I never really thought I was that good. But God, I mean, I don't know. I guess people saw what I couldn't see. But I was still like, living this double life, singing in the choir at the church and, still, going out having sex and cheating and all of that stuff, lying, just a terrible person. Broken, just brokenness, like just all brokenness. That's all I can describe it. Just broken, just broken. So graduate high school and everything. I was blessed to receive a football scholarship. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if I can say the name, so I'm not gonna say it. But if you know where I go to school at, that's where I got my football scholarship too. Yeah, so summer passes, it's cool, it's chill, we transitioning. You get to college and everything, go through fall camp and stuff like that. And, now I'm in college. I'm a freshman. I was blessed to play some people's whole careers. Like some people, I had a whole football college career experience in my first, and I only played 1 year, but played as a true freshman, got hurt, came back from an injury, just all of that stuff. I was like, look, it wasn't for me. It just wasn't. But yeah, so I'm in college and everything, and freshman year it was crazy, as far as like partying and stuff go, because it's like now I got this freedom. I can do whatever I want to. I ain't gotta really answer to nobody. I gotta answer to my coaches. I thank God for that, because that was like a blessing, even though I didn't see it. I still had to answer to my coaches, so I wasn't like completely free. But I had a lot of freedom. So I'm partying and stuff like that. Still had a girlfriend at the time, but I wasn't acting like I did. Did whatever that. Still cheating, doing stuff like that. Drinking and partying. So that was I wasn't really smoking because I was scared of the drug test. I remember the one time I did smoke. I need to speed this up. The one time I did smoke, like a week after, they called me in for a drug test. So scared. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. All right, so that year ended. My freshman year college ended. You know what I'm saying? It was still cool. I wasn't like going crazy, buck wild, and everything. But that summer, like, bro, when I came home, man, it was like, I don't know what happened, but like, just like sex, and more sex. Like, just like, I mean, like linking up with girls, like I never even like, just a whole bunch of foolishness, man. Should have a child by now. Should have a STD. But God, man, the Lord God is good. Lord, glory to your name. Cause that stuff I was doing was crazy. But yeah, I go through body count flew up, promiscuous. I mean, just living an overall sinful lifestyle, just in darkness, and thinking, the devil he'll throw this little thing at you. God don't mind if you have fun. He don't mind if you go out there and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? You still saved, you still go to heaven, you still all that. You can do all that. It'll be alright. God don't mind. No, that is a lie. God does mind. He does, and he will let you know that he minds. Okay, so if you lying to yourself thinking you can go out here and live however you want to and still call yourself a Christian, you lying to yourself and you in danger of hellfire. You better repent, go to Jesus, ask for forgiveness, and accept Christ. Look, and start living that life. Start living it, cause that double, that lukewarm, that pseudo, that fake Christian stuff, that stuff ain't gonna that's gonna get you sent straight to hell, and it's gonna be worse for you, cause you knew the way, and you decided to take your own way. So, yeah. So, summer 2018, stopped playing football and everything. Then we go into the sophomore year. God blessed me with a new apartment. He blessed me with a new car. But I was still in my same sin. It was even worse at this point. It was times where, I was messing with 3 girls, like, at the same time. Like, I'll leave one, I'll go to the other. I'll leave that one, go to the other. Like, all in the same day. Like, didn't care about my body. Like, didn't care. Like, sinning against myself, let alone God. Sinning against my own body. All right, so, 2 of them, like, they smoke, like, heavy. So now, like, I'm back being a weed head again. And it's like I never had to buy my weed. I bought weed, but it's like I always got it from other people. Like, it was just always available to me. And I ain't never had to pay for it. But yeah, so then my life is sex and weed, 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 sex and weed. That's all I'm doing. I'm having sex, I'm smoking weed, having sex, smoking weed, and everything. Still thinking like, man, God, whatever. Still, so that went on to like the end of, that was like in September of 2018, and now we get to December. So this is like the end of, all right, so it was a day in December where I had took a nap, okay? I started watching a YouTube video about, how to spot, like, when the devil is tempting you, okay? So I watched that video, and I took a nap. I went to sleep. I wake up from the nap, and it's this thing that happens, man. I can't describe it to you. If you know it, you know it. But it's like this thing that happens, like, when God wants you to listen and pay attention, he will block out every single distraction. It's like it's just you and whatever you focusing on. Man, I woke up, and it was this video of this man talking about how God, like, sent him to hell. Like, he showed him hell. And it was like, bro, like, when I tell you, like, it's like this, when I, like that, and then in that cold get in your chest, like that your breath get cold, your chest get cold, man, it was like that. Scared the whole time. So the man talking, and I don't remember everything he said, but the one thing I do remember is he said there were Christians in hell, and they were in hell because they had sin that they didn't want to let go of. Man, look. Well, when I tell you my heart hit the floor, I mean, I had to pick that joint up, bruh. I'm talking about sorrow, like, scared, heart beating off fast, like, Lord, like, forgive me, God, forgive me, like, I repent, Lord, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Guess what happened the next day? Went back out, had sex again. And when I tell you that was the worst conviction, like, that was like some of the worst conviction that, when you just, like, pleaded with God, Lord, please forgive me, then you go sin again. I was like, nah, man, it don't work like that, bro. I'm gonna put that on you. You gonna feel me. But yeah, so then I repented for real. I repented for real that time. And I truly accepted Jesus Christ. I had to work out my salvation, you know what I'm saying? Because it was some stuff, I had to work out my salvation, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like, I accepted Jesus and everything, boom, gone. Like, it's been more of a process for me. Though some people, they do get delivered like that. But, it was a process for me. And yeah, so, like, after that, like, that started from, man, what was it? It was December 7th, 2018. Or, December 7th, 2018. And, all the way, a day before my nephew's birthday. And then after that, the Lord just, like, he continued this process. He just started this work in me, like, of just, like, purifying me and sanctifying me and getting me to a place, where, I'm firm and I'm rooted in the Lord. and everything. Like that's, man, and it's been so beautiful. It's been hard, man. Being a Christian is not easy. Like following Christ is not easy, man. It is not easy. So many times, like I want to go back out and have sex. You know, so many times, like, you know, I just want to go back to my old life. And you know, even now, like, you know, urges. I'm still in this flesh. Like my flesh still want to do what I got to do, but thank God for the Holy Spirit, because you know He empowers us. He's empowering me to do this video right now. So you know, all glory and praise and honor be to Him. Like just for this right now, this is not me. But yeah, he saved me. He sanctified me. He purified me. He delivered me. You know, from all of that brokenness in my childhood, from all of, you know, I'm still not all of it, because I'm still like, it's a process. I said it's more of a process for me. You know, it's more like, you know, I'm going through the process with the Lord rather than Him like just delivering me from it all. You know, but it's a beautiful process, and you know, I thank Him for it. So yeah, look, I shared this. You know, it was hard writing this out, but as you can see, if you can't see, the Spirit of God on me right now. Like, I mean, just like this shirt, He on me right now. And like, this is for you. Whoever's watching this, whoever's like went through the same thing I went through, and I pray that you watch this whole video. I pray that you do, because like, you know, this is somebody's story. This is what somebody's going through right now, and I'm telling you that the Lord, He can find you wherever you are, no matter how dark your life may seem, no matter how bleak your outlook. He's there, and He wants to save you. He wants to make you new. He wants to cleanse you, make you whole, make you holy, set you apart. You know what I'm saying? Wash you, purify you, you know, break you down, build you back up, break you back down again, build you back up. Like, He wants to prune you so you can bear more fruit. He wants to make you, and he wants to transform you. Like, that's the beauty of the gospel, like the transforming power of the gospel. Like, the Lord transformed me. Like, I'm in the same body I was, but I'm not the same person. He transformed me. He changed me. Like, He just remade me in the power of His hand. Like, he took someone that was already broken, and he made me run again. He made me walk again. He made me sing again. He gave me joy again. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful living for the Lord. You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. I can't describe it to you. It's the best decision you'll ever make. It's the best decision I ever made. By the grace of God, I'll never fall away from Him. By the grace of God. So, look, yeah, this show, I don't know who out there, this your breakthrough. This might be your breakthrough. This might be your encouragement, whatever, man. But if you got a story and the Lord put it on your heart to tell it, man, tell it. Tell it. Look, in Revelations, I meant to look up the verse, but you know, we overcame. He said, you know, Jesus said, you know, they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. So, you know, we will overcome, man. Share your testimony, share your story, man, because somebody need to hear it. All right, so yeah, that's it. I don't talk for too long, 40 minutes. I pray that y'all stayed the whole time, but you know, if y'all haven't, I pray that you got whatever you got. So, you know, that's it. Y'all be blessed, be encouraged in Jesus' name. Peace.